Hey, welcome to my channel. If you do not know who I am, I go by the name of Wandisa Gininda. If it is your first time here, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So today I will be doing makeup therapy. It is my first time doing it, so hopefully it goes well. As you can see, I'm priming my face, and I have a little story to tell you about the products that I'm using. So unfortunately, I'd left most of my makeup in Johannesburg, and you can see that I'm home right now, so I basically had to do a simple face beat with what I had. Keep in mind, most of these products, it was my first time using them, but I was just like, let me just challenge myself and see how it turns out. So basically what I wanted to speak about in this video is my reflection on 2021, how it's been, if I've reached my goals, the negatives, the importance of recognizing oneself or one's toxic traits, and just trying to be positive, right? So I think the first step, or the first thing that I recognized this year that changed my life, is writing down and visualizing goals. I was never a person that used to write down my goals or make a vision board rather, and actually like keep looking at it every single time. I would just write my goals and then pray about it and then leave them and don't even turn back or reflect at the end of the year. So this year I decided that I wanted to be different, and I created a vision board, right? I made my vision board. I put a lot of things there that I didn't even know how and when I was going to obtain them, but I was just putting them because, for the sake of dreaming and knowing that the sky is the limit. Before I carry on, I'm basically putting on concealer because I don't have foundation, child. But you guys already know the story, so I know you'll forgive me. Anyways, back to the story. So this year I was like, okay, let me actually visualize what I want to do and put it on my vision board. So I did exactly that. And now looking back at my vision board, I see that I've accomplished, if not everything, most of everything that I have there. And I just think that it is a very wow moment for me, because everything, you can literally get anything and everything you want if you put your mind to it, right? And that's what this year had taught me. And also recognizing your toxic traits is also a big thing that I have realized about myself this year, because as people, we don't really check on ourselves. We always want to check on other people and check at who's doing this and what they're doing is wrong. We never really check ourselves. And this year I really looked into myself and did a self-reality check, and I realized that I too have negative traits that I need to work on by myself. And I feel like it helped me in becoming a better person, because I was able to see what was right and wrong. I was able to treat people the way that I felt I needed to treat them. Not that I'm a bad person, but I mean, I do have my negative side, So I think this year taught me the importance of self-realization and self-introspection in many ways. So yeah, as you can see, I'm concealing my brows. I do not put any products on my brows because I don't like my brows to look unnatural, if that makes sense. I don't like them being dark, so this is what I do, and it works for me. This concealer is so light, and honestly, it is all I have. I'm not gonna keep reminding you guys that this was all I had, but it was all I had. But yeah, anyways, so I also want to speak about how the importance of positivity, or the importance of speaking good things into your life, does to your life. Because I know sometimes you have lows, right? And the lows sometimes seem to be lower than the lowest. But I think the beauty of life is the fact that the biggest battles are not given to people that are weak but are given to the soldiers that are very strong. And I think that going through everything that I went through this year, I came out stronger than I thought I would. And that's the beauty of life, you know. And obviously at the time I wasn't able to recognize that I'm actually being built, you know, because it just felt like all the walls were closing. But I think just reminding myself when things got good that things can actually get good, it sort of helped. You get me? Yeah. I'm also not trying to be too deep because I want this video to also be a fun one, but at the same time, these things also need to be spoken about because I feel like social media, you really never see like the negatives of a person. You're always going to see the positives, and honestly, you also see what everyone is trying to show you and not necessarily who they are. So these are basically the things that I learned about myself, the negatives and the positives. And yeah, right now I am putting this pink eyeshadow on my face, not knowing how it's going to turn out, but hoping for the best because anything could happen in this moment in time. But yeah, one thing I also realized is that sometimes you can also be your own downfall. And I think reading a book by T.D. Jakes really helped me with that because it taught me that every single opportunity that you get to better yourself, you should take it. And oh my word, this is about to end, so I'm going to carry on when it carries on. As I was saying before the video cuts, a book that I read by T.D. Jakes taught me this year that any opportunity that life gives you, you have to grab it with all that you can and use it with all that you can, because at the end of the day, opportunities come once in a lifetime. And if it is an opportunity to carry out your dreams or to make your life better, you need to make sure that you are grabbing it. Okay, you need to grab every opportunity with both hands. And it's quite important to not doubt yourself or doubt your potential, because you may be thinking that you are doing the least or you are literally at the bottom of the food chain, but there's someone out there that wants to be exactly like you, and you inspire them even if you feel like you're doing the bare minimum. And that's something that I had to remind myself this year, and reading that book really changed my perspective on life and on communication and on treating others, because it just speaks a lot of sense, you know. It spoke a lot of sense. Yeah, right now I'm trying to put this eyeshadow as blush because I do not have blush. It looked quite bad at the beginning, but then once I kept trying to make it look equal, if that makes sense, it looked equal. So yeah, the last thing that I learned this year is that mental health is a very serious, very, very serious thing. And I think it's quite important to always know when you're not feeling okay, and to always check on yourself. You know, every once in a while, maybe if it's taking a social media break, do that so you can reconnect with yourself, or taking a walk, or having a solo date, but be in tune with yourself, because a lot of the time, we lose ourselves because we're always too busy for ourselves, and sometimes also too busy for God. And that's something that I had to always keep myself in check, because the first person I put on top of everything is God. So I always had to remind myself that, girl, get yourself in check, okay? You are going out of your way to do everything but pray, or to do everything but read the Bible, you know? So yeah, I felt like the Bible or getting closer to God also grounded me this year, and it shaped the type of person that I am. And yeah, I think that's all that I have for this video today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and you enjoyed my 2 cents of me reflecting on the year, and also this face beat that was actually okay, you know, because I didn't have foundation, I didn't have powder, I had nothing. Okay, so for a person that didn't have all of her products, I feel like I did a good job. Okay, and please excuse my wig as well, I wasn't laid, and I was also trying out my camera for the first time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you next time.